Mark Campbell lined up alongside the galaxy of stars assembled by Alex McLeish at Rangers and knew it would take something special for humble Ayr United to spring a shock. Stefan Klos, Arthur Numan, Ronald de Boer, Shota Arveladze and Claudio Caniggia were the headliners in a side packed with internationals and a couple of Champions League winners. However, 90 gruelling minutes later, Big Ek knew his side had swerved a huge banana skin as the Glasgow Giants left Ayrshire unscathed. Read more. Derek Johnstone, Josh Windass must say sorry. That's not how a Rangers player behaves. That 1-0 triumph for Rangers at Somerset Park in 2003 is the last time the two sides locked horns in the Scottish Cup, and Campbell still cherishes the snap of his eventual match winner de Boer that takes pride of place in his career scrapbook. That was an unbelievable afternoon to be involved in, recalled Campbell. It's amazing to think of the Rangers side we were up against, with guys like Stefan Klos, Lorenzo Amoruso and Ronald de Boer. They were just great players, and I think we can be proud of running them so close. It was just one of those special days you get at Somerset Park, a house-tight pitch, and we just made it a really tough afternoon for the Rangers players, and it's great to be able to look back and say that you had the chance to test yourself against that caliber of player. The only thing I regret from that day was that de Boer scored the winner from a header. He wasn't the biggest and we should have picked him up better. He, de Boer, was an absolute class act, though, the best player on the pitch. I still have a picture from that game of me beside him that appeared in one of the papers, that went straight in the scrapbook. It's always a nice one to show the kids. That gutsy display is a particular source of pride for Campbell, having experienced the other side of what can happen when you face Rangers, losing 7-0 against Dick Advocaat's side 3 years earlier in another Scottish Cup showdown. I felt like it was important to make amends for the 7-0 game, added the former Falkirk, Wraith Rovers and Queen of the South man. We wanted to show that result wasn't a fair reflection of what we can do, and actually do ourselves justice. Read more. Bruno Alves is on his way back as Rangers' injury problems begin to clear up. Campbell is adamant the current crop of Ayr players can succeed where he failed, by dumping the Cherishes out of the cup on Sunday. Ian McCall's men are the top scorers in League One, have an on-fire striker in the form of Lawrence Shankland, and will have the backing of an electric Somerset Park. No one has any doubt Rangers are a good side, but they are very different to the Rangers team I played against all those years ago, said Campbell. Compared to those players, the Ayr boys will feel this is a winnable tie. Ayr have a young team, they have real energy and goals in there. They also have a few players who probably feel like they could do a job at a higher level, and they will be hungry to use that platform to show what they can do. And you just never know what can happen at Somerset Park. You don't get many stadiums like that these days, with the terracing and the way it holds in the noise, and I'm sure the players will be inspired to run that little bit further and push that bit harder.